Can I get a Scoo is bald in the chat?
There seem to be more deaths in the stands than there are in the...
Blooper is joining in too.
And now Rayward's getting attacked.
Steve Enderpearl.
This is all out of control.
Ace of chasing down Scoo, and he got Scoo really low there. It really does seem like these tactics of focusing one player just so effective.
That's how I think you have to play this game. Actually, I have to double kill.
Rock up down to the one heart. Can he get this potion off?
Bat's coming in. Bat's coming in.
Solok's getting very low, trying to bow to get some distance between them. That's very low on health here, Steve. I don't know whether he's going to get these pots off in time. Steve ending up in the river, nearly under the bridge. Mountain trying to rearrange his infantry, and I think he got away with that one. Mountain can keep this pressure up. Nationalistic won't be able to repot.
But Nationalistic stuck in the river.
Oh, Bat's getting cornered.
Bat is immediately dead. Oh, it's a quick drop.
Dead.
Oh, and Mountain's helmet is gone.
Oh, that's going to be big.
Oh, we got him with an arrow, and I didn't even catch
From the health value, Mountain might be able to get him here.
And Mountain defeats inapplicable.
I worry,
gets
really brave. Going in there on 5 hearts, threatening to
Turkey
will be more health.
That's a quick
That's
one.
a quick drop right there, folks.
Turkey.
How did it? That could have been it. That could have been it.
Archer really in trouble here. Archer really low. That could have been it.
Oh, the dance.
Yeah, Archer's really low on.
Woo! There it is. That's it, folks. Mountain Dew, the underdog of the century. And I believe, if I look at all my levels the right way, we're live.
Whee.
Welcome to the fourth Silverhand tournament. And, well, let's just not have it be raining, because that's just crappy. But
it's Kalros, it has to.
Kalros should snow more, but all the same, it's a beautiful evening in Silverhand. Welcome to the 2v2 fourth Silverhand tournament on this beautiful February day. Hope you guys are ready for some exciting fights, thrilling commentary, perhaps a Opic meme or two, some fancy new tech that we slipped in right at the last moment thanks to Goo Goo, powered by Eldritch Bot. I believe we are ready to get this thing underway, and if I'm not mistaken, we've got some Spotify. I never told you to stop playing music. We've got some new brackets. Same brackets as before, but new people in them, of course. Anyway, our lovely commentators today will, of course, be Magpie, Calyx, Skihoo will pop in and out, and perhaps Opic for some memeronies. But the bracket is useless, I believe, because what we're starting with is the, what is it, the Contest of Continents? Can somebody correct me on this one?
Clash of Continents.
Clash of Continents. I will tell Mr. P we can go ahead and kick things off here. Mr. P, kick it off.
Yeah, so this will be Garama versus Ascalon in this one. They will be fighting the winners. Well, they will be fighting Kalros in the grand final since they are Odd Capital, I believe.
Indeed.
So this is a 4v4 pot competition, just until one team is completely eliminated.
I believe they're off.
We're wasting no time. Can't even introduce our teams. But let's get into it. Some pot drinking, some arrows exchanged.
Getting right up and close to the crowd there.
Our champion Mountain Dew having a go at DK Squally here with some new entrances, or new combatants on the Loken field of battle. Santa and Malin, thank you. Oh.
And the first blood is drawn by Inap.
Yeah, I'd say that Ascalon were probably not favourites in this one, but
I might need to turn off.
Another one going down
as
there.
Boyle falls to Nationalistic. Now they're all just smacking each other in a corner. Not gonna go well for Ascalon, outnumbered.
Yeah, once you've got those first couple
get...
down, it's really painful because you'll end up with 2v1s all over the place, and that's no fun. That's no fun.
But definitely holding their own fairly well right now. Malin takes out
AAC, which we will deal with shortly.
DK Squally, better known as Corruptible. Oh, but Santa will be beheaded and surely 4v2. Kalros would be hard pressed to lose this one.
Did DK just die when he logged in?
And Mountain Dew is down. Malin left alone, and he's not long for this world.
He's giving it a fair shot though.
He's survived for quite a bit longer than expected, but
he does go down.
They stop him up and they put him down. Congratulations to Kalros winning the opening match of this Clash of Continents.
Garama actually, but they'll be facing Kalros for the
last time I was here. All those people were in Kalros.
Yeah, they do seem to change allegiances relatively often, but
just
should be an interesting fight. I mean, Garama normally seen as the underdogs, but I think they could be favourites in the final. Actually, I think it's certainly a close fought thing.
Yeah, I think we're set for a pretty good match here. You know, a lot of these guys more used to fighting together. A lot of members and ex-members of the Kalros Coalition on both teams.
Going to set up some aerial shots filmed by Adzi, as well. A lot of the hype video shots were filmed by Adzi. Obviously, the first issue, our lovable orange. And he sent me a video. I believe it's called Slower-ish. So this should be interesting. Let's take a look. Battles where if you have fire resistance, you will not stay visibly on fire. But the dynamic lights were making things pop a little bit, so we're going to turn that off. Hopefully that should smooth things out a little bit.
I believe we are almost ready to start. A bit of a full start there from one of the sides.
This fellow in front of me here, we will be referred to him as Teu, because that is his name. Lots of beautiful people in the stands. We will also be using our, provided it works, it was tested somewhat, our leather armor tech for when the real fights begin. Team 1 will be red, Team 2 will be blue. There will be voting like there was last time, but let's get off to another clash match here.
Alright, representing Kalros, we've got Galaxy, Smyguy, Unallowed, I think, providing it's the same group. Yeah.
Galaxy,
Adzi as well.
Adzi, Wem, Unallowed, and Smyguy, yep. Versus...
Plenty of red players here who used to live in Kalros have packed their bags and moved on.
Well, that was an early kill. Nationalistic going down in almost seconds.
Good start there for Kalros. Can they keep the momentum going? They can.
Oh, Adzi with an insane combo against Teu here.
So both down to 4 players.
And he is dropped. Kalros looking very strong.
Oh no, this is... it's falling apart.
Inapplicable, mobbed, on the run. Not looking good for him. As Corruptible goes down. And,
keen viewers should note that seeing 0 health from our perspective is not entirely accurate, as sometimes it fails to update. So before you think there are funny businesses going on, well, that's a real 0 health right there, I think.
Yeah, 0 health.
When the dying
0
part
health
happens.
is either actually 0 health or max health. So
0 health for Garama and 0 kills.
and Calrose takes the Clash of Continent win.
I'm not sure that that was even a competition. They just made it look easy.
Yeah, well, that's what often happens. Once you get one or two players getting down on your side, it's an
snowball,
almost
yeah.
impossible battle up from there. So getting off to a really early start is critical.
But yeah, congratulations to Calros. I believe back-to-back Clash of Continents champions.
What is this? So this new Discord Spotify business. I got a little red thing in here. It says, your mic has been transmitting for 30 seconds. Spotify playback pause. I don't know if I'm all about that. You miss me with that Spotify auto control stuff.
It's 2018. You're supposed to talk.
No, sir.
What I'm saying?
No, sir. I have neither enough sugar nor enough ice in my iced coffee. It is, woof. Woof.
First, when you showing those stats?
Was there
Someone
a voting
announced.
thing?
Oh no, it hasn't actually.
Yeah, I don't have my chat visible. I guess I can turn it up, but I
So,
can't see it.
looks like, according to Mr. P, the first match is Gank Meisters 77 against the Elite Raxiom PvP squad. Sorry, the Elite Raxiom PvP squad. That's
actually
distant.
He's got
Allies fighting each other, but
he's got a
got
super special command he needs to type. So it should trigger the vote, which means then I can start showing off things.
who's in charge of that? Is that Krunk that needs to do that?
I'm not certain. I think Mr. P has to do it, frankly.
In the future,
People
perhaps.
saying the music is perhaps a tiny bit on the loud side.
Too loud still? Okay, I should turn that down. Probably makes sense. Whoa!
Oh.
In the middle of the fight, and a town has collapsed.
That would be Drakenfell, actually. Don't bother, it's already cleaned out. Oh wait, not yet. Okay, never mind, it wasn't Drakenfell.
That's a Dragonfell. I'm trying to look through console to see if I can figure out who it was here.
I don't know whether we should say honestly, but
Well, I'm not
I
going to
do
say
have-
out loud.
I do have vision on who it was.
It was another town that was not Dragonfell.
Spoilers.
Specific.
Oh,
Spoilers.
okay,
You can say.
it was Jotunheimer's old town, but they remade it, so it was planned. Planned death.
They wanted to be on stream with that stuff. Used to be it. Aha, we've got votes.
Looks like we're off. So we've got Inap and Archer representing the Elite Raxiom PvP squad. And for the Gank Meisters, we have Monks and Volpax.
Monks, the artist formerly known as Mad Monkey. For those
You
who
may
are
see
not
some
aware.
partial inconsistencies with... Oh, Monks, I don't think I have his name typed out right in the data file. We can fix that for
Maybe.
round 2.
He is on the red side.
Yep.
It's not a 3v1, I promise.
Wait, when are stats being shown?
Well, not in the middle of a fight now, would they, Scoo? When, well, I didn't realize that Mr. P was going to kick that off at the same time as starting a match, so we didn't have any time to get there. But rocky start as always, but we'll get going. Anyway, back to the color commentary on what's going on the field.
Getting split apart here, Volpex versus Inap, and Monks running away, leaving his teammate in that 2v1.
Oh, he might get...
Ooh, but he comes in with the save. Volpex gets away.
Ooh.
They're a bit all over the place.
And Monks takes out Inapplicable. So big kill. Can Archer Squid do anything in this 1v2?
Somehow Archer's managed to get himself trapped on the other side of the barrier.
Somebody just like disappeared before my eyes too. What was that all about? Oh, he's back. Now, how did that happen? Do we have some anti-cheat issues, perhaps?
So is that like
a match restart may be underway? This will give me ample time to Monk. Is Monk's Mad Monkey X? Is that what he used to be called? Monk. 2 S's. Let's see if we can do a small update here.
Looks like we're going to have a redo on the fight. I think one side was using shields. Obviously didn't get the memo that they were not allowed in this particular tournament.
I see. Oh, so Mr. P must have teleported him out.
And perhaps a stroke of good luck for the Elite Raxiom PvP squad. Get that get the rust off, you know.
Well, what better way to see what the let's see what the votes were for this match here. I believe that is this button. Oh Lord. Elite Raxiom PvP squad, 92% of the votes. Not a lot of faith in Gankmeisters here. But on to more fancy things. We now have some statistics for you guys. Which I suppose none of the other beautiful people here that are watching can watch. You know, I suppose, this just occurred to me. This may sound crazy. I could do a Discord screen share with you guys, so you could watch these stats and discuss them all the same.
I mean, I've got all the stats right here.
Turn on screen share. Screen 1, share. Nope, I want to share the other screen. Change windows. There we go. Okay, so can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Alright, now we can talk about it. Scoo, you wrote it, so how about you give us a little breakdown while we wait?
Breakdown of what? I mean, the stats are all... So these obviously don't directly translate because these are conquest stats, not actual duel stats. But it should give you a general idea about who's, you should be looking out for in terms of...
Who to place your bets on, in fact.
And they're off.
And the votes did seem to reflect the KDs of the two teams here.
And let's see if it goes that way in round 2. This time, more of a 2.
So both sides still having to win 2, though, with the match being reset. It was voided, the first game, so...
And, looks like the Raxiom PvP squad has decided to stay grouped this time rather than going into those 1v1s.
Yeah, they seemed very unorganized last time, but they seem a lot more compact this time around, so should bode a bit better for them.
A lot of
Monk's using a knockback sword, or...?
I believe he is. I think that's how he saved Vulpex and...
That's an interesting...
The voided round.
Bold move, Cotton.
And it just might work.
Let's just see if it pays off.
Although what won't pay off is eating right in front of both enemies. That's a bold move right there.
You do need to build that gap between yourself and them first, normally, but I guess it paid off.
Seems there's some security being taken care of things.
Would it be a Loken tournament without spectators causing violence? Archer Squid has got Vulpex on the run.
Oh,
into a corner.
If Archer just kept that up, he would have had him.
Brought it close, but
there are a lot more things for me to...
now isolated. Inapplicable could have helped out Archer Squid. Maybe dropped him, but instead lets him go.
Well, Vulpex getting very low again there.
Monks, again, isolated in the 2v1. It looks like Vulpex and Monks aren't communicating quite well enough when to disengage. Now we're just back into that 2v2. Although Inap has Monks in a corner. He's in a bit of trouble here. Vulpex will bail him out.
Squid dropping a little low here.
And now Squid is isolated. Inap is eating. He's not paying any attention. Where are the comms? Archer's gonna have to turn tail.
It's almost as if
Monks is
they're
isolated
confident
in
enough to take a 1v2 and allow their other
that's
team
all.
to pot up, but
But then again, this for the second time, Monks has bested in-app in that fight, and Archer Squid has an uphill battle to fight here.
We will see in this tournament if anyone can pull out a 1v2 victory. It has never been done before, but there's a first time for everything.
yeah, I
Archer is
believe in
definitely a prime candidate to do so.
the last 2v2. I think only once did a 1v2 end in one of the two players dying, but never a reverse sweep.
But Archer Squid does look to be giving them some trouble. Although Monks and Vulpex are doing a good job switching in and out and defending their other teammate.
Yeah, I think what they may need to do is time it so they can both go in on Archer at the same time. Really put the pressure on him, because at the moment he's able to just isolate one at a time.
But he's got no helmet.
That's
got no
gonna really cost
I don't
him.
think he can pull off a Mountain Dew snipe like this time around.
That would be something else.
It's gone down.
And the Elite Raxiom PvP squad is the victory.
That is an upset, but still one more game to win for them.
That is backwards, though. The Gank Meisters just beat the Elite Raxiom PvP squad, not the other way around.
Is it backwards?
I believe so, according to my notes. Yeah.
Is that my crappy crypt code here?
Almost certainly.
That's what happens if you don't test your stuff very well. Well, that's exciting then. All victories will seem to be defeats.
So both sides will just be repotting, getting a new helmet for Archer, and getting ready for round 2. There is no losers bracket in this tournament, so if Archer and in-app lose another game, they will be out for good. So really, a lot of pressure on them now.
And that would be a huge round 1 upset. The Elite Raxiom PvP squad, one of the more favored teams, looking to win this whole tournament.
I mean, more favored is a bit of an understatement. I mean, if anything.
I think that 92% did say who the fans had their money on.
Definitely favored in this match, and largely favored. Just
I think most people think they would make it to the finals. So.
But Monks and Vulpex definitely saying, don't count them out. No slouches over here.
New round of voting to see if anybody feels differently about any upsets being permanent. Now, there is no losers bracket. This is a merely 3v3 straight through to the finish tournament here. So, round 1 out means round 1 out for sure. Wow, the votes have changed heavily. Much closer.
Wow.
Those colors are backwards.
Are they really?
No, they're not.
No, they are.
Are they?
The 77% is red, and
No, Gank Meister 7
that
is the name
yeah,
of the
that's
thing.
Okay,
throwing me
so
off.
Okay, I think it's okay.
the
It's
team
just
colors are
No,
fine?
it's right.
No,
yeah,
I think-
it's right. They just have a number in their name, and we thought that was the percentage.
Oh, I see. You know, it's still flickering there, Squally. I think I forgot to turn off that.
I didn't see a flicker.
Oh, well. I did. Very different.
It's your problem, not mine.
Well, I'll see if I can do a hotfix here. Fix all this stuff before we can get things too underway.
About that, we are just about underway here with two.
Speaking of underway,
77 versus the Elite Raxiom PvP squad.
Well, those of you wondering what it looks like when accusations happen, see no further than admin chat, because this is how we deal with our things. So, little sneak preview and our behind the scenes. Got a missing Vulpex. That is a mouthful of a name to say right there, I'll tell you what.
why we're just calling him Vulpix. A little easier to pronounce, but Monks.
No, I don't know what's happened. Is
unafraid
basically
to
been
take
left
that
alone.
fight, but
This is an unorthodox beginning to the
not a
tournament.
wise choice at all. There.
We do have
Yeah, and a rather anticlimactic second round, but they have taken it. The elite Raxiom PvP squad.
I
we
suppose.
do have a.
I don't know what happened there with Vulpix.
Well,
But
snap to.
I do have to give at least some credit.
He's got a teammate now. We have
And
got
this-
a 2v2.
And this is round 3, so it is winner take all here. And it looks like they've decided to go for the 1v1s again. I guess the in-app just undeterred, even though he lost it twice.
Splitting into two 1v1s here. We've got Monks and Archer sort of trading blows, but
And Monks,
neither
once
seem
again-
to be committing too much to the attack.
Monks has been doing very well peeling for Vulpix with that knockback sword.
Yeah, and he
Number
nearly
of
got
times.
Archer chained against the wall there. Very close. Again.
Ooh, but Archer's turning that combo around on Monks. He's got Monks all turned around. He's trying to run away. Now it's Vulpix's turn to bail him out. But not for long as Archer's quit keeping up that pressure.
I don't
But
believe,
now
I don't believe
they're turning
Archer
around
and
onto the
were-
in-app.
I don't believe they were prepared to fight against a knockback sword, and it seems to be throwing them for a loop, possibly.
Yeah,
I
the
definitely
knockback
think
really
so.
getting to the edges of the arena and able to sort of chain multiple hits. And normally, the knockback knocks them too far away, but with an enclosed arena like this, I guess maybe it works.
Yeah, because you got these hills here knocking them. You get to knock them into these walls and really make it harder for them to escape those combos.
Yeah, the other thing the knockback sword will do is, you know, if you or your teammate is in trouble, you can defend them and knock the opposition
Yeah.
away and stop them getting those crits. So it can work defensively as well as offensively.
Yeah, great bout. Looks like we're back into that 2v2 now. Vulpix is just on the run. He can't seem to catch a breather. Knockback sword though doesn't work too great when you're behind the enemy. And
Oh, and
Vulpix
Vulpix getting caught
knocked
out
out
there.
by inapplicable.
Well, that's wrong.
Bit of a preemptive call there.
yeah. It got a little excited, which might be a little annoying.
But it would take a hell of a
I
lot for
believe
Monks
Monk's
to bring
name
it back
change is
here.
probably the cause of that.
That's possible. I'm not certain though.
And there we go. Monks has fallen. That 2v1 a little too much from there.
So is it the
A
colors
valiant
of the
effort, though,
teams
from
that are
him.
wrong, or did in fact Gankmeisters win here?
No, the Gank Meister's just lost.
The message appears to be displaying correct.
The message,
it is correct.
yes, the message came up correctly this time.
Oh, well, good for me. Yay for
The
crypto.
tried and true crypt method of letting things fix themselves.
So we'll have to say goodbye to Gankmeisters. They put up a good fight. Well,
We were really getting things underway.
At least I
quickly
thought.
here. But Team Umizoomi seems to be thought to win here with 63% of the vote. Wasting no time and getting these matches going. Chess Llama dying fast. Might just drop in the first few moments of this fight.
He's gonna need to pot.
Tayu wastes no time here. Woof. Wow, that was a fast match. Goodness gracious.
Tayu and Turkey don't have any time to mess around. They're just looking for that W.
And the stats may do a decent job showing why the winners are the winners.
Yeah, so as I was saying before, well, that game kicked off. Gank Meisters will not get a redemption match. That is them out. They put up a brave fight, and it's a shame they more or less forfeited that second match due to only having one team member. Because I don't know, one more fight, and it could have gone either way, really.
No final update on that bracket yet, but they will go on to fight. Mag is the real owner, who will not in fact be fighting at all, ironically.
No, that's a team comprised of Steve and Exploding Ball.
But here we go, round 3, getting at it again. Chess Llama and Ariane looking to stick together this time, not get divided and conquered. And they're giving Tayu a little trouble. He's got to run away and heal. But Turkey's pressuring Ariane. I don't think Chess Llama is going to be able to 1v2 this.
Yeah, Tayu and Turkey making a really formidable team here.
Torquay letting them do 1v1 here.
Honor duels, always respectable.
This is your friendly reminders, if you're seeing some beautiful looking swords in the kill messages here, that you can customize your swords with lore scrolls and put your own flavor text on them. You can even try to make it look like you've got hack enchants. If you'd like, that certainly some people have tried to do. They don't mean anything. You know what? Something for everyone. Lore scrolls can be purchased through orbs from Lydia in the library.
So yeah, very short appearance there for Spectros, but they will have to be heading home now.
Bracket updates here. With some updates here, we are, I believe the next game up should be Gamer Stance versus Squally Warriors. The seed numbers, I believe, are meaningless, for what it's worth. I believe this is a randomly seeded tournament.
Believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, so 4 teams getting a bye. All down to luck. One less game could help, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have to beat the best teams to walk away with the grand prize.
It could help. It could hurt. You know, in a tournament setting, you might appreciate having that first game to warm up, get those jitters out, and not come in cold to the second round. But here we go into round 1 of Gamer Stance versus Squally Warriors.
These conquest stats are interesting. This should be a very even match.
On paper, yeah.
On paper, yes.
Obviously, a slightly different environment to a territory fight. Obviously, there's often many more people involved in those larger fights, so not always representative of players' abilities in an arena setting.
Especially when in this one we're going into that 2-1v1 setting.
Boyle going down really quickly to Squally there, and leaving his teammate with a 1v2, and this is probably not going to end too well for Lightning.
And it looks like Lightning Run might also be using a knockback sword. Bit interesting to see that more than one person going for that strategy. See how it pays off in round 2, if at all.
Some background action in terms of the stands. Mr. P has assumed the role of a spectator in order to teleport people around, get them moving a lot quicker. Trying, as ever, to be efficient about these matches and quick, as we know that they can drag on for quite a while. That said, I'm pleased to see that with the shields changed, at least possibly, the matches are going a little bit quicker. Because we know that these matches can drag on. I do think this this beautiful new arena here lends itself to more opportunities to be cornered, stuck in the corner, and then comboed to death. There isn't a lot of good places to hide, and I think that players are having to adjust sort of just to an arena they're not familiar with, because all versions of the past Silverhand tournaments had a completely different arena. Even though it had a really beautiful tree built by yours truly, I think this was a little bit of a step up from.
I think the water, especially in the previous arena, gave players that chance to put some distance between players and run away effectively.
Yeah, definitely a big change losing that river. That river could make or break some rounds depending on how you used it.
So here we've got Boyle falling so quickly.
Because this round looking already pretty broken for Gamer Stance.
I almost wonder if his armor is below par here, because he seemed to go down far quicker than I would have expected there.
Yeah, definitely a very quick death, and yet another premature victory message.
It seems to be the second match that is premature.
Yeah,
very quick win for Squally Warriors there.
Making short work of it.
They will advance then.
Knocking out Gamer Stance. So they've got a tough game in the next round against People Eaters, comprised of Galaxy and Smy Guy, the favourites of the competition. So no easy game for them.
And now we're moving into Goo Goo versus the androids.
Androids comprised of Nova and Sigma Flash.
And Goo Goo being newcomers Malin and Santa.
Yeah, from the town of Jotunheimer, however you wish to pronounce it. An interesting fight this.
Get
old
your
versus
Scandinavian
new.
J's right.
79% look to favor the Goo Goo.
So they're favouring the new blood on the server.
New players, but definitely players to look out for.
Well, they did deal Miracalis a swift and utter blow in the north of Ascalon, so it's no surprise why they might be on the new
Nova
side
being
here.
part of Miracalis, of course, the owner. So
Probably a bit of a grudge match going here.
Definitely.
Malin and Santa looking to get started.
Not taking any damage even.
Sigma's
Just
still potting.
completely sticks to Sigma Flash here. And the leather armor doesn't update always until it takes damage. Something that's a bug worth looking into.
And Nova caught in the corner there a bit. Manages to break free.
yeah, it didn't take too much damage, so he doesn't have to peel immediately. He can get stuck in there and give his teammate Sigma a bit of breathing room.
Although, yeah, Sigma needs some help now getting 2v1. Nova back into the fray. And it looks like the Goo Goo is just coordinating their damage much better than the androids, keeping up a lot more pressure.
Those lightning quick reflexes the androids have, may they be their undoing, or may it give them a victory? Remains to be seen. Very equal fights on each 1v1. Sigma and Malin both
Sigma getting really low. If Santa got that hit in there, that could have been it for him. But it's just gotten
Sigma's
away.
in a corner.
Ooh,
Sigma,
you know how that
down.
turns out. Time
he managed to peel and dodge the swing from Santa, but he couldn't get away from that wall to get some pots down. So
Nova desperately trying to heal, just getting smacked about, and again that honor duel here. Ooh, as I say that, Santa walked over, smacked. But
yeah, it looks like
either way,
just
it
in
looks
for the
like
victory here.
Looks like Nova is just delaying the inevitable. A 2v1 just not really feasible.
And Nova goes down there.
Backwards again. All right.
Malin and Santa with the Star Trek referenced heads here with A Tale of Two Worlds, I believe was the name of it. There was a Star Trek episode that was a social commentary on race relations. There was two races of people, and their only difference was that one of them was black on the left side of their face and white on the other side of their face. They were swapped.
Well, these stats showing infinity
Okay,
KD.
so they haven't actually died in a conquest fight.
So
Yes, they have.
As we say, they are new. With that 100% win rate
Yeah.
and infinity KD.
It's hard to beat that, huh?
yeah,
It is tough. It is tough.
But it does
I mean, you can
show
see
that
Malin
they
has just 4 fights under his belt.
Indeed. Compared with, Nova with
Nova's
112. And
But it does show that they gave a pretty swift strike against Miraculous.
too many on-screen graphics at the same time. Too many buttons to push, and I don't remember have them all remembered yet. Goodness gracious!
yeah, so the fans still think Ugu have got this. Yeah, about to start again. Nova and Sigma will need to get a win here to stay alive in this tournament.
I forgot that I have replay here. Don't remember which buttons to push with it, frankly.
No, Crip, this is round 2.
Arr.
Alright, we're off again. Malin and Santa
Sigma dropping fast.
look for the
Yeah,
1v1.
they're
Nova
really
sort of
targeting
away.
it hard.
There we
Looks
go
like
into that
it's split into that traditional
1v1
1v1.
again.
Malin is really preying on Sigma's inability
and
to just
Sigma
case
has-
they
oh.
tracked. And Sigma drops fast.
Again.
And Nova,
The corner.
no honor this time. He's just getting beaten into the corner.
I believe the androids. No?
Well, he got a couple of pots off there just to keep him alive, and it looks like he's able to reposition them in his inventory too.
Nova can't do
Looks
anything
like-
but look down and pot, rearrange inventory, rinse and repeat until death.
Looked like for a bit there that Malin was a bit too eager, smacking his own teammate around.
There is always the strat of just lasting as long as possible in the hope your opponent DCs. Always a valuable strategy.
Be outlasting the internet.
Quick.
Fruit.
Not quite
Turn the
working on this
anti-cheat
occasion,
on.
but
Turn
playing
the
the odds.
anti-cheat on.
The androids will move on. A pretty decisive victory.
No, the android lost. It will be Ugu who will be moving on. Ugu would be Malin and Santa. Androids was the
So
Hey,
wait,
Miraculous
to
owner.
To be fair, androids could also be a Star Trek. Yeah, we might get confused. there.
Yes, the win message was back to front.
it is backwards.
It appears to be completely random as to which way around it decides to show.
Fantastic.
There doesn't appear to be any rhyme or reason.
Now anyone new to
Who
Loka?
needs competitions of skill? You win based on RNG.
Yeah, titles are nothing. They mean nothing.
Speed up the tournaments. Flip a coin.
So that's our preliminary rounds over with. So all teams who had a bye will be in this next round, round 2. So we've got Mag as a real owner, which is Steven Exploding Bull against the Elite Raxiom PvP squad.
Is it Steven Exploding Bull? I heard that it was going to be Wem. Yes. Wem
It's
has
possible
been
there was a
subbed in
late
for Steve.
substitution.
Yes, Wem will be taking Steve's place.
Votes are
And
split.
the Elite Raxiom PvP squad will waste no time
That is very even.
getting
Wow.
on top of them.
Yes. 4-point difference only in the voting here. It's voting ball.
Oh, and
Ooh,
Wem comes
it
out.
comes out a
Oh,
1v1. The titles are still very excited. Wem almost falls here.
That was a great trade.
I think everyone's a little unnerved here. Everybody preparing for the next bout. Wem
looks
doesn't
like
even
it's
start
always
off with
just
full
fine.
health here. Wem is
Oh, Wem's taking some
losing
heavy
a
hits.
bit-
He's going to
bit
be
of
in
it
trouble.
too.
I don't believe Wem went into this with full saturation properly, and as a result will be suffering. Yes.
Yeah,
Did not get that saturation rolling.
Does
And
not
Inapplet
let him breathe.
will capitalize on that.
Well done from Inap there, but also well done from Wem to... Yes, he lost his teammate, but he took advantage of Archer Squid being distracted going for that kill. Was able to get that trade.
He's surprising we don't see more of that in these twos. It tends to be the team who takes down the first player just snowballs, but able to jump in there and take out the killer. And
Yeah.
arguably the biggest threat in Archer Squid. Having the highest KD in this match by a long way in Conquest, with a
Indeed.
heavy
Interesting
number of
that,
fights under his belt.
Both members of both teams separated by 1% on the win percentage. 83 to 82 versus 53 to 54.
People are claiming that Wem had Thorn's armor during that, which is banned in this tournament. So
Oh. We have
Oh,
recently
well.
added an inspect command
Oh,
for such an occasion.
And-
It does not, however, show armor, which is going to be version
But
2
they have-
of the inspect command.
according to Mr. P and Marble Sacked, they have been DQ'd.
Oh.
Don't know if that was for that individual match or for the round as a whole. We'll have to get confirmation on that.
Disqualification
I
is
can
a
only-
terribly
I can only
final word. I don't believe it's merely a loss. It might be an entire... Mr. P is not willing to let anything fly in this tournament. I believe he's wants this to go fast and smooth, and we'll put up with no shenanigans.
Oh, no, we
Wow.
are.
That is a complete
Wow.
match disqualification. Those of you watching the stream, thank you for doing so. Send it around, spread it around to all your friends. Maybe we can climb in the Twitch Minecraft category stream numbers and pick up some new players potentially. So, good. Normally we don't advocate alts on Loca, but if you want to do alts for Twitch stream views, I didn't say you could do it. That would be fine.
reported.
Reported, whatever. Team Umizoomi versus Backbone of the Covenant here. Let's see what the voters have
Yeah,
to
I
say.
think we're really going to start getting into the super competitive matches here. We've got Backbone of the
Yeah.
Covenant with Mountain Dew and Red Skills.
Dew are
Mountain,
reigning
our
champion,
current
of course.
champion, indeed. Yeah.
We saw Team Umizoomi last round put in some quick work. I doubt it'll be as quick this time.
Yeah, I'd argue this has potential for the final even. This is a really, really good match.
Yes,
Two
indeed.
of
And
the
it looks
favorites
like
here.
looks like they're splitting up once again. No one really wanting to go for that 2v2 and
Great
Red Skills.
Vacillating, taking a lot of hits, not probably able to keep up on the two guys here. Teu, I should be...
And he goes, Tay goes down.
Wow.
There you go. So,
And
despite their absolutely dominant first round victory, they've fallen to the first game here against the Backbone of the Covenant.
I've got to say, wasn't sure which way it was going to go, but I was sure it wouldn't have been that quick. I thought we were in for a long bout there, but
Turkey claims he accidentally opened the dispenser used for fireworks during the fight, which made it hard for him to repot.
Mag, if you could... I think you might consider flagging the event battle zone as either use, deny. That might prevent that from happening.
Well, you need to be open chest. You need to.
Yeah, that is the issue. People need that to re-gear.
No, but there
so
are
I
no
think-
battle... You don't put any chests in the battle zone.
Oh, in the event battles then.
Yeah. Let that be a point of note for future tournament people who want to host tournaments. These beautiful firework launchers are great, but I guess they could be a problem for the fighters.
Okay, fingers crossed that should be resolved in the next match.
And before they
And
can't
here we
actually
go
shoot each other anymore.
with the next match. This time it's a little more cautious as the bows come out for Team Umizoomi.
Yeah, first time we've seen bows fully
Ooh.
used, really.
Red trying to get sneaky. And here we're into the real thick of it.
Yeah, Turkey and Teo here. Looks like they're playing much more cautiously, trying to keep distance between them and their opponents this round.
Yeah, you see that. Oh, and
Mountain
they succeed
going
in
down.
ganging up on Mountain, knocking him out quickly, and Red is gonna have a tough time back into this one.
Yeah, they managed to single him out there. They basically invited the pressure onto them, and as a result, with Mountain and Red not fully synced together, he was able to pick off Mountain really easily there.
Wow, Red has escaped death twice, but couldn't do it a third time.
And we finally get a correct victory message.
Less. Tournament moving along fairly swiftly, far quicker than I had anticipated.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds are going quite quick.
Well, we've got some high caliber PvPers here, and I believe that the skills that they have crafted over many a conquest battle have given them the edge on ending opponents quickly. Those watching this stream unfamiliar with Loka, most of you probably know this, but if you don't, Loka, in response to the slowness that is vanilla 1.9 PvP, has a 33% base damage PvP buff. All PvP damage and PvP only damage on Loka is upped by 33%.
Yeah, it's mainly used to offset the incredibly powerful regen that Saturation provides, just to allow players to be able to be, quick drop rather than just a grind of who runs out resources first.
It also plays into our conquest matches where Eternal Life really draws on players when you're in a 30, 45 minute, even an hour long fight. Death
What do you mean? Infinite T-Gen battles were the best.
Yes, I heard everyone loved those. No one ever complained about that.
So this is the deciding match between these two here.
Here we go once again.
I think both could easily go on to win this tournament, so this is a really, really critical game.
Yeah. Definitely one of our higher ticket bouts, and it looks like Mountain and Red going for that isolation.
Yeah, splitting up into two 1v1s here.
Again, and looks like Mountain's got better of Teo here, is putting on some hits. But Red Skills is also low. Turkey's got the better of him, and they're gonna just break everything up.
Oh, Teo.
Now they've got Turkey on the ropes.
Yeah, Teo left his teammate Turkey there, and there was a chance for Red and Mount to be able to pick him off, but now Mount's fallen.
Now Mountain's fallen, and
No,
Red
not
left
listed.
alone.
This is going to be tough for Red. He really needed to capitalize immediately after Mount fell. He instead was sort of backing off,
stood there
staying away
eating.
from the battle.
And now he's against two full health players, and now
Couldn't pull it
2v1,
out.
and that's
Very
gonna
good.
spell the end of him. Team Umizoomi moves on to
So,
round 3.
Our 1v1 champion is out. Mountain and Red. All.
It should be noted that due to the few numbers of this tournament, in terms of only being 12 teams, and the fact that it's a 2v2 tournament, champion title
Yeah.
is not in the running for this.
Yeah, it will be Victor.
It will be Victor,
Vic-
2 victors. Champion
Well, yeah,
Lamen.
champion title is for 1v1 tournaments only, not
Yeah.
2v2.
Correct. We do not presently have a 2v2 title. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna have
So they will go on to fight the elite Raxiom PvP squad in the semi-finals.
You know, I should have thought about drinking an extremely large coffee and how that tends to make one have to go to the bathroom.
Does have that effect often.
It does have that effect. People Eaters and Squally Warriors here. Let's see what the
King of Foresight.
The leader is going to be the favorite for sure.
Let's see what the votes say. 61%.
Would have to
people
imagine.
leaders.
They're one of the other favorites, I would say, for this tournament as a whole.
Yeah,
so
very strong.
But let's see what kind of fight the Squally Warriors can give them as we move into round 1.
iWarrior, remember from our previous tournament, was one of the underdogs that went incredibly far in the ones, and he was sort of ignored previously.
The sword toss.
Unconventional.
A
little bit of intimidation factor, you know. Gotta taunt him a little bit.
I think I got his name. I believe I got Warrior's name spelt wrong. This is why he is not showing up in the right armor here. You know, if all of you guys could just have a normal sounding name and spelling, put back in the fight.
Looks like the Squally Warriors are on the ropes a bit. They're getting...
Yeah, they managed to isolate Warrior there. He
around.
needed to repot and couldn't quite get it down quick enough. And now DK Squally is...
Although, did Warrior just vanish?
He died.
I don't think
He died, but his name is incorrect in the
Yeah,
files.
so it didn't show up in the fallen bit.
Okay, on my screen there was no death message. I'm like, where'd he go?
Cheeky like that.
The people eaters, not having too much trouble here. Looking to... Here we go again. More of a scrum this time. No one taking a clear advantage.
Warrior
Although it does
again.
look like blue. Oh!
These matches
He's
are going
getting caught
quicker
in
than
those
even the
paints by
Bear
Galaxy.
one was.
Galaxy and
Get
my guy.
away.
DK
Showing their
Squally with
prowess
his
with
weird
these
handstands
combos.
does fall. And that will be the end of them on that one.
Yeah, Galaxy appearing to carry the rounds for his team there. As we say, definitely one of the favourites.
Yeah, Galaxy definitely one of her very strong PvPers on Loco, but do not underestimate my guy. He is no slouch himself. Definitely a very formidable team, the People Leaders. Aptly named.
Going to request a small
Small break.
TV
Yep,
timeout
just
after
before the
this,
semi-finals.
after this next match is completed. I believe Ugandan ambassadors. I think we've all been waiting to find out how we were going to deal with this.
Yeah, they'll be against Malin and Santa, who performed very, very well in the first round.
Going to find out if Capper and Joe Danger know the way.
Will they show us the way? Find out.
Show us the way.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess the votes are not going to suggest that. And
No, they are
yep.
not kind. They are not kind. The Infinity KD duo.
That's what happened. That's what happens
Yes,
when you rely on last month's memes.
Stats obviously always going to favour Ugu in these games.
If I had more than 3 hours to make this,
I'm just thrilled with it. Well, that's a lot of good lag. It looks great for 3 hours work. And I'm quite thrilled with the synchronized head textures, to be honest. I think it's awesome. Good job, Scooby. Hopefully this fight gets underway. Otherwise, I might pee myself.
Nope.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Round
thanks.
1.
Both teams just
Sporting
taking
the
their time
Optifine
to put up.
Capes here. Team Joe team capper? Can they? Joe, the unfortunate lagger among us, the four combatants here. We'll try his
He's
best.
getting
his
the-
own. Just,
Holding his own well.
He's also getting the unfortunate end of Ugu's swords here.
Malin's
Oh yeah, they might be able to
sticking.
isolate Joe here if they both target him.
He's just getting beaten to a corner by Malin. Can he escape?
Malin doesn't
running
jump.
away,
I
but
think I've
pressure-
discovered that Malin keeps
pressure is
the
still on.
pressure when necessary by sticking to the ground and never losing that that jump tactical error, because jumping can sometimes really screw you.
Gives you the more damage with the crits, but as you say, can really put you out of place and allow the others to break the chain potentially.
Joan
Done
is
incorrect.
pretty new to 1.9 PvP as far as I know, so I'm not surprised they're not too keen on critting yet, but throw one.
Joe's lag is both good and bad for him, I believe. And unfortunately,
Not good enough.
not good enough.
Capper is left to do the impossible. Looks like he's just gonna be the ping pong ball here. Malin though, definitely showing a lot of strength with these just non-crit combos, just chaining hit after hit after hit. Definitely a threat to watch out for.
Yeah, as the vote suggested, the Ugandan Warriors falling in the first round of that match.
Ugandan ambassadors.
Yes.
They're diplomats, not barbarians.
Maybe that is their fault.
The arena. 81 on Loka, holding strong at 19.8 TPS.
81, wow.
Always
Yeah,
good
I
to
forgot
see
to
a high
hit tab,
TPS.
and it occurred to me that there might be a lot of people on the server right now.
Make it 82.
Got a strong 50 in the observing the stream. If anything, I
14th most popular Minecraft stream on Twitch.
all right.
Let's
Good
go,
for us.
boys.
Let's
We
raise
out
that
here.
number. Get it out of here.
And we're off. Can they find the way this time? That's what we all want to know.
Do they know the way?
God.
That is not the way. What a dumb meme.
And
but I love
Joe
it so much.
backing off early, which is leaving his teammate under pressure, and
I think
then vice
I don't
versa.
think he's
I don't think he's
backing off. I think
Joe,
he's lagging.
He's lagging off, yeah.
Well,
He's
just a bit
that
behind.
is possible.
And looks to be spelling his downfall as Malin's just playing keepy uppy with him.
Possible Joe's entire purpose on the match was to distract as a teleporting lag person.
Well, it seems to have not worked. Capper
See
loses
right
the
through the
1v1
lag.
with Thana.
Oh, he's
And,
getting stuck on the...
Let's see if Joe can lag away from death.
Can't. Ugandan ambassadors fall, and Ugu will move on to the next round.
Joe Danger's Ugandan internet wasn't enough to save him.
We are going to take a small TV timeout for before we get kicking off the semifinals here. We let the votes begin, but hopefully, if Mr. P's heard me, we won't start just yet. We will be right back. Back. Well, Mr. P wasn't even going to wait for me, I think. And here we are. First semifinals match with the Elite Raxiom PvP squad versus Umizoomi.
Yeah, interestingly, Raxiom PvP squad having the higher on the votes. I was expecting it to be a very close one.
Well, I think a lot of people favor former champion Archer Squid.
Hoping that washed up player can know.
Archer dies!
God.
Yeah, not performing too well in this tournament.
Perhaps he is indeed washed up.
I was going to say he washed up, maybe they were thinking you'd find the shore once again, but it seems the current has further taken out to sea.
Although Turkey is going to lose the honor duel.
Ooh.
And
now
Tayu and Inap are going to go at it one-on-one.
Got a mano-a-mano here. Sordo-a-sordo.
We're going to get the first reverse sweep we've ever seen.
Of 2 linemen here.
Inap looking in pretty good shape here. He's able to completely reset this duel and basically be on a completely level playing field.
Yeah, and Inap has been the stronger part of his team this tournament.
Inap is absolutely clearing out right now.
Tayu's got to be careful here. That honor duel could have been a critical misstep.
That's giving him that extra little. It's a close match. A tale of two brothers who once fought side by side.
And he has completed the reverse sweep.
Inapplicable.
Wow.
God,
you don't see that
going through. Yeah. Wow. Raxiom PvP squad down, but not at all out.
Yeah, he's having to carry Archer on his back this whole time and
doing a hell of a job.
Indeed.
But after this one, I think you're gonna see some people a little more hesitant to, you know, go that honorable 1v1 route, because you know we're we're getting into the thick of things here.
It's a bit too overconfident, I think.
Yeah, and in this single elimination tournament, you're putting a lot on the line.
Yeah, no redemption matches, so you know, no way back in once you're out.
Yeah, honor has its time and its place, but if you want victory, you can't let anything stand in your way.
Everyone's friends until they meet on the battlefield for pixel awards.
Yeah, both teams again very slow to engage, both just making sure they've got all their potion effects online.
And it looks like this time, looked like Red was searching for that 2v1, but instead they're just gonna split off as per the usual.
Yeah, Tayu's getting really low here. He might be in trouble. Inaps will really manage to isolate him.
Oh, the 360. Well, more of a 180 scope, I suppose.
Oh, this is
Archer Squid
Oh, Inap looking
asking who we're calling washed up.
That is a swift and decisive victory.
Yeah, he had his teammate doing some work that time, so it was a far quicker game.
Archer Squid coming back to restore some of his pride.
Raxiom PvP squad. We'll go to the finals.
As I think many people would have predicted. But I think what's not going to be predictable is this match here. I think we're in for a good one here with the People Eaters versus Goo Goo.
Let us see what it is that the vote say.
My money's on
48%. That is a tie, nearly, for all intents and purposes.
I'd expect People Eaters to be the favourites with Galaxy propping them up, but
yeah, I'd put my money on People Eaters for sure. They have a lot of experience with the current.
Yeah, remember Team Ugu fairly new to 1.9 PvP and local as a whole, relatively to their opposition. So it's going to be a real tough one for them, but they've performed fantastically so far. So I wouldn't rule them out by any means.
Yeah, we should definitely get a very good fight from these two teams here. With two very different styles of PvP. Galaxy and Smy known for their crits, but we saw Malin earlier with those just regular combos, chaining all those hits together.
Yeah, be interesting to see who tries to engage first. Looks like Smy's letting Galaxy 1v2 them, almost leaving his teammate to be isolated.
And Santa is putting the pressure on Galaxy. Galaxy throwing lots of pots.
Yeah, obviously trying to target him, know he's the threat, and just try and shake him up.
Although now Santa's getting 2v1 to bid.
Galaxy's done a lot of running and not a lot of hitting thus far.
Struggling
really,
to stabilize.
I think they're just trying to stick on him, knowing he's going to put out more of the damage, possibly. This is a very close match.
Yeah.
I think they've perhaps watched the other fights and seen, you know, if Galaxy's given time, he's able to really push home that advantage.
Just that.
He's done it again.
And
they can keep that pressure up.
Now Santa versus Smy. Let's see a bit of honor duel, but Galaxy's raring to go. And I think that's the smart move.
I can't see any honor duels going on.
Yeah,
not in the semifinals, no.
Yeah, this is
too much on the line.
Santa doing pretty well to survive this long, in all fairness. If you can get one of them on their own, but sadly, does fall.
Having to repot gives Galaxy ample time to crit him down. But you saw there, Ugu did a great job in the beginning of that match, keeping the pressure up on Galaxy, keeping him on the back foot. And then as soon as they let up, as soon as Galaxy was able to step back, eat up, repot, Malin was distracted with Smy and Galaxy just put the hurt on
It's almost as if Galaxy has to be that one applying the pressure. He has to be the one that's got basically controlling the fight effectively, and they didn't allow that early on, and perhaps that's the way you've got to fight them. I wonder if Elite Raxiom PvP squad are taking notes. Just waiting for both teams to fully pod up again, repair their armor.
No need for the replays. Everything's far too quick these days. Also, I kind of forgot I could do it, but maybe I'll get it in some of these next fights.
So it looks like they're splitting off into two 1v1s, and this probably favors Galaxy. He's going to have more time in these 1v1 situations. They're able to focus him here while Smy's eating. Couldn't quite get enough damage off to force him to repop.
Santa is clearly caught in a bad place.
Santa's
right now.
hurting bad.
They are just tracking him down until he dies. They're not even worrying about Malin right now.
The term is eating, but yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, Malin did well though. He managed to get in, take some of that pressure off of Santa, and but they're still going after him.
But yeah, but between the two of them,
Blue just can't get a.
can't keep them both off.
Santa
This is
is
where we saw
just
like
getting
that
trained.
knockback sword earlier. Worked
Exactly.
really great.
It's Galaxy not having that pressure on him, and
That was a
said
good
it
peel. That was a good peel. Malin might be able to do some work here.
doesn't want to get
Finally splitting
isolated
him up.
against Galaxy there. And
Yeah.
Blue really,
the thing
really
is,
hoping-
they're trying to target Smy Guy, but
Yeah, they
find
really
a
want to get this 2v1, but
a little team damage.
Red is doing a great job of making sure they're there to back up.
Smile now
back
caught in
each
the corner. Malin.
yeah, they might
Smy
be able to get him down.
Malin
His
hit
teammate
down.
comes in.
Santa joining in.
Slow.
Everybody.
If he
Malin
read that
forced to
situation
run away
earlier, I
and-
think they might have got him down.
Santa peels for Malin.
My guy
here.
escapes.
Malin dropping. This is one of the probably closest matches I've seen all day.
Yeah, this is definitely a tight bout here.
Trying everybody being very careful not to get stuck in any corners here. Galaxy
Great
having a
job
free
from
pot.
Santa keeping.
They've got Smite
his
completely
teammates safe.
isolated. Can
Okay.
they take him down?
And
Smile probably healing everybody with the heal pots just there. Santa low.
Malin
low.
left alone. This is gonna
Malin
be
down
bad.
to one heart there.
But Santa's back, helping out his teammate.
Oh, they're tied here.
Oh, and
Oh,
Santa's
something
helmet
just
is
broke.
gone.
Oh, Santa falls.
Santa is gone
And
along
Malin
with
was that
pull
how
out
it
the
goes?
reverse sweep 1v2. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, all that pressure early on Santa, where they were just training after him, obviously applied all that damage to his armor, and helmet's always the first to go.
That was an extremely thrilling match, though.
Yeah, they did themselves proud, and there will be a bronze place match, I believe.
Yep.
So they can still get third place, Team Ugu.
I believe we'll be playing the bronze match next, I suspect.
I would assume so.
Save that hype
Yeah.
for the finals match here. Which really
But,
will be something to watch, I'll say.
But
Especially-
either way, a very admirable showing from Ugu, our first timers out. Definitely proving themselves here to be contenders.
I will be watching the progress of Jotun on the Ascalon battlefields with keen interest. They certainly had a hell of an opening on the conquest landscape. Some small tiffs between Valinor, Miracalis, and Jotun, and I think Nova bit off a little bit more than he could chew. Did not realize the number of the hornets in the nest that he kicked, and in almost I think it was a few days, all of the territory control that Miracalis had was wiped out, and I'm not sure that they've recovered.
And according to Bat here, we've reached number 11 Minecraft stream on Twitch right now, so getting close to breaking that top 10.
We're gonna
Tell your
finally be
friends.
discovered, guys.
Tell your family, tell your enemies, tell whoever.
Tell your wife,
Come-
tell your kids.
Come out and watch us here on twitch.tv/LocalMinecraft.
So we've just got our third and fourth places potting up now, getting ready. Will of course be Goo Goo coming out again against Team Umizoomi.
It is interesting. The speed of dying. It's a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's interesting. In TGM fights, often because of the larger numbers, you can break chains and distract enemies and stop your team falling. But when you get more isolated like this in a 2v2, you're gonna have deaths a bit quicker because you haven't got that team around you to help break off enemies, etc.
Well, and the 33% damage does also make the crits 33% more, and so I think that's where the suggestion from the Jotun crew to potentially revisit that came into being.
Right, and as I say, things like that work in these smaller fights, but once you start scaling it up into the territory fights that happen across Loca all the time, that's where the extra damage is needed.
Yeah. In the absence of golems and T-gen defenses, makes for a very different environment.
Well, and some of the Twitch commenters are making a point of where there would be successes were this 1.7 PvP, but to that I generally always respond, well, it's not. And
hey, if this was Call of Duty, who knows who won? It's not Call of Duty, so why even bring it up?
All right, this is the.
But if it
bronze
was
match.
Civ, of course, I think we know who would.
Yes, strategy master Magpie here, master of the turn-based game. Oh, another town has died in the middle of a match.
That one is the planned deletion of tree.
The planned deletion. Planned
So here we go. We've got two 1v1s forming here. Santa feeling confident to go up against Turkey, looking pretty close.
Malin sticking to Teu pretty hard here.
Yeah, Malin giving them the what for. Turkey's actually going to come over and try and bail them out.
Yeah, Santa try and buy Malin a bit of time, get that saturation back up, and they re-engage.
Malin falling. Teu sticking to him. Try not to get caught in the corner here. Turkey pulling up the rear here.
Oh, and Malin's isolated. But Santa's able to pull Turkey. Turkey's hurting a little bit. Everyone popping pots.
Just like bottles. Teu getting low here.
Oh, and Turkey goes down. Santa. The big kill there. Teu's going to be hard pressed. Oh, Teu's in a corner.
Teu was either trying to rearrange inventory or giving up. I'm not certain what that was, but he stopped. He was probably recognized his end was near anyway. Were there votes for this one?
And Goo Goo just defeated Team Umizoomi, not the people leaders. The people leaders are in the final.
Yes, I don't believe the 2v2 turning command was set forth for this one where the voting that is the command that kind of sets who's playing, whose armor colors are going to show as what, and that prompts the vote as well.
Congratulations to Goo Goo, our bronze medalists here at the Fourth Tournament of Silverhand. Our first timers to the tournament scene.
I'd just like to point out how interesting my tab list looks right now with all of the enemies. Now, for what it's worth, I'm in Hilo, so that describes who is blue, yellow, and red in terms of enemies. But boy, there are a lot of anglers over there on the right. Anglers is a very prestigious and sought-after title, I believe, those in the Stromgard crew.
Especially for washed-up PvPers, I hear it's an almost rite of passage.
Someone say washed-up PvPer?
I wish I could display that
heard
meme.
his call.
I want to be able to put that meme in the stream that Mag made. Really bad. It's so good. If I didn't think that would be a kind of a pain, I would totally do it. We've got the votes up now. Let's see what they say. It's a complete tie. Wow.
That is fascinating.
It might be worth in the future, first of all, making room for longer titles for one, but two, the number of voters. For all we know, that was like 4 votes, but I don't believe it was. Hell, I'll trigger it one more time just to make sure it hasn't changed at all. Aha! 5% more.
That is surprising. It'll be interesting to see how much pressure the Elite Raxiom PvP squad put on Galaxy specifically here.
Is this the finals match?
This is the
Was
finals.
the bronze match a best of 1, or did I miss something?
It was
I
indeed.
believe it was.
All right, well then this is the finals match, folks.
And here we go. We're getting into it.
In-app sticking to Galaxy here.
And already we
Squid is
see the
low.
pressure on him.
Archer
Ooh,
Squid
and
falling
Smy Guy
fast.
putting
He
in a
might
good
get a
combo.
quick drop by Smy Guy here if he doesn't pay attention. Galaxy now having to flee inapplicable, who's pretty good at chains these days. Smy getting knocked back a little bit. Archer following suit.
Oh,
Now
but
they're both trying
Archer
to
is isolated. This could be dangerous.
Inapplicable has to come peel a little bit. For,
Galaxy puts on the pressure.
and Archer falls. Smy Guy. Will there be an honorable 1v1?
Well, he got the
Perhaps
reverse sweep last time. Can he do it
That
again?
conversation is being had right now. Inapplicable goes in for Smy Guy, and it looks like they will not be honoring the 1v1.
And as they should.
One could imagine why that might
Fool's
be.
errand to do so in the finals. But you saw a big mistake there from Inapplicable. He just sort of went in for that 1v1 while Archer was trying to flee. Galaxy just capitalized on that.
Could have Inapplicable. Could he pull off the world's most legendary 1v2?
Although it seems the people leaders are a little bit timid. They're not quite
They might
full
be trying to
committing.
draw this out merely for dramatic effect. Perhaps not. Inapplicable is really pushed back now. I don't think he's going to be able to heal much more than this, and he does go down.
And they do close it out, but playing with fire a little bit there. Sort of a couple times they almost gave Inapplicable that 1v1 that he always wants, and running the risk of a surprise couple crits, really turning the tide of the match. But people leaders pull through for round 1.
They are one match away from ultimate victory here at the 4th Silverhand tournament. I wonder if Mr. Squally has planned for there to be a rumble. If I had my TP all command, I would consider strongly just teleporting every single one of these people into the battle zone and just letting them go crazy, just to see what would happen. Things that
turning out chat was pretty good idea for the stream.
Is it raunchy?
A little bit.
It's a bit spammy right now.
Chat might have a slight preference here, and it
it would appear that people leaders are the crowd favorite.
There seems to be some unrest surrounding our PvP system. I think that there is an understandable disconnect between, one, that we have a 33% damage buff for conquest reasons, but two, the fact that it carries over to everything. And those that are not veterans of Loka, as it were, are unfamiliar with it and not fond of the speed at which things go down.
people who want to complain about the 33% damage can kill someone without the damage buff in a conquest fight, and then they can talk.
So here we go. It looks like both the teams fairly cagey opening up. Yeah.
Oh lord.
All four of these
Not again.
participants are fully aware and familiar and confident and comfortable with the new PvP system, so no sudden learning curves here. Boy, they're sticking to. Archer Squid has what seems to be an eternally endless combo, and it does look like this might go to a third match.
Well, unless Galaxy can pull off something incredible here, but he's under a lot of pressure and they are not giving him any time to
He will have it extended his hotbar at this point. He's going to be hard pressed to repot without having to. Yeah, he knows it. He's got 1 health left.
Archer, not realizing he was so low. Archer had the chance to finish him there, but in-app cleaning up and goes to a final match.
Round 3.
Very close finals here.
It's almost the speed of this tournament, which is much faster than I expected. This I would almost argue this should be a best of 5 just for the sheer epicness of it. But not my tournament. Mr. P can make that call. Mr. P surrounded by his his bodyguards over here.
Entourage.
Can't even tell which one of which one of them he is. Oh, he's in spectator mode. Never mind. He's not surrounded by anybody. He's floating around. A view from the controlling
event chat is turned into Twitch chat. I love it.
What? To respond to Twitch chat. No, of course, Loco will never go to 1.7 or back to 1.7, but we're always keeping a very close eye on what seems to be good and bad balance.
I don't know if they're Twitch chat yet. They got to show me some real good copy pastas first. They got the spam down. I'll give them that.
I mean, Mojang have spoken about altering PvP and try and sort of find some sort of blend between the two systems. So it's possible there will be further updates in the future.
Potential combat change in 1.13, so we'll see.
Do we know what they're doing? Oh, less about that, more about this final match.
We know what the fighters are doing. They're
getting
ready
ready to
on the
rock.
battlefield here in the last round of the Silverhand Tournament 4.
Look at all of those that nervous anticipation for who gets to go in first.
Yeah, Archer and in-app doing very well focusing.
It looks like both teams want to 2v1. They don't want to...
Smiley got really low there. There was a chance they could have turned and taken him out again there.
Clickable got some good hits.
Archer nearly running into trouble there.
The nerves have got to be all over the place with these combatants here.
Oh, and Archer caught him
Squid
between.
falling low. Guy matched with health here. Galaxy falling low. Everyone's falling equally low, but no one's really pulled out ahead just yet.
Oh, they're really focusing Galaxy there. They thought he was a bit lower than he was, perhaps, but he's still getting chased.
Lots of pressure from in-app.
Galaxy trying to eat.
Yeah.
But Guy's going to peel him off, and in-app is dead.
In-app overextended ever so slightly, and that's leaving Archer incredibly vulnerable.
That's the tournament. The People Eaters are your champions here at the Silverhand Tournament 4, and the chat is going wild.
I love how at the end it popped up that People Eaters lost.
Did it?
Yeah.
That was one of the lesser tested things here. Lots of L's.
Very close there to take
only so many things can be done, 2 hours before the tournament starts. So,
hey, sometimes
I think we did pretty well.
Spaghetti code is part of our charm.
Hey, I'm more impressed about the statistics we had on there. Let's throw those up one last time, just for the hell of it. The People Eaters on the left are your tournament champions. And their statistics go to prove their abilities as well as their successes in the field of battle. Great fights had by all. This was a nice, quick, swift tournament. I'd like to definitely congratulate Silverhand and Mr. Squally and all of the Silverhand crew for all the hard work that they put in. Apologies if I didn't get to cover your stall's name. We meant to do a little bit more of a shout out to the advertisements and the stall people, but frankly, this tournament went a lot faster than we thought it would. Constantly always trying to find the right number of fights and matches to be had in order for the tournament to stay exciting and fun. I think this is one of the best tournaments we've had thus far, and I look forward to future ones. And remember, if this is interesting to you, join us on Loca, and if it interests you to join or to host a community event, you need only organize it yourself and talk to the admins. Mr. Pasquale is our sort of informal community manager. So if you're thinking about hosting an event, we encourage you to do so, but we also encourage you to talk to him because he's done this enough times, he now knows what it takes to do it. So without further ado, I think we will bid you a fond farewell. Thank you all for tuning in. And look forward to seeing you all for Silverhand 5. Take care, guys.